couple people dropped out the presidential race.
Yeah.
And the big one I was surprised was Cory Booker. I mean, I know you don't know a lot about that right now, but I really thought Cory was going to be somebody who gave him a good run. I really did think Cory was going to give him a good run. So I'm not quite sure where he went wrong.
You know who's still sticking around, which I'm kind of intrigued by, is Andrew Yang. You know?
I know.
He has his whole, like, $1,000 a month thing, but so he went
stipend.
on. Yeah, so he went on the H3 podcast. He's been on it twice. And so once at the very beginning, and then they were like, we'll have you back on. And then once after, I think the most recent debate, and recently he's been picking up steam. Like right after the most recent debate, something about him was trending on Twitter. And then yesterday, I looked at Twitter, and it was like America needs Yang, and it was like 183K people had just tweeted about it.
Wow.
And so yeah, he picked up a lot of steam, and so I think he met his goal to be in the next debate because they were like,
that was last night was the last debate to the primaries.
Yeah, so he was saying on the podcast, he was like, we just need like 2%. We just need 2% more, something like that, for me to go to the next debate.
Okay.
And he was like, and from just the people that I'm working with, it looks like we're going to hit that. And I mean, I'm assuming he hit it because he was in the debate last night.
Yeah, no, it's I didn't know anything about him. And I watched him on Rogan.
Oh.
And literally, like I said, didn't know anything about him.
Yeah.
And you figure, so many people, sign up or put their names in, and they're just kind of people who have a little bit of money, or they just almost anybody can throw their name on the ballot, in the beginning. So it's like, who is this guy? And the longer it went on, the more intrigued by him I became.
He's very intelligent.
He is. But he scared the crap out of me. I can literally say that Andrew Yang literally kind of scared the crap out of me on Rogan. Mainly because he started really putting numbers, and I think that's where he's going to draw his steam, is that he puts numbers to his I'm just going to use rhetoric for just a lack of a better word. He puts numbers to it. Yeah. And he'll tell you, like, this is what's happening. Yeah, this is what's happening. This is when from the trend, this is when AI is going to take over.
That's one of his big things,
right.
Is like, AI, we need to somehow fix this because this is getting out of control.
Well, he said in 10 years, by 2030, almost every job that pays under $20,000 a year will be automated. And so $20,000 to $30,000 will be automated. And he said, this is a big thing, is everybody says, like, 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. He said, but the problem with that is, it's not going to, 10 years is when it'll be 100%. It'll be 60% by 2023, 2024.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so he's like, that the other 6 years is just a trickle down effect of all the rest of it. And so he lets you know, like, this is coming really, really fast.
This is approaching us faster, and we need to.
Right. And the stipend thing is, again, if you just talk to somebody on the street who hasn't listened to him, it sounds a little crazy. But when you listen to him talk about it and how it can be achieved and the purpose of it, like, because everybody gets a stipend. If you make like Bill Gates would get a stipend.
Yeah.
Right. But
beginning at the age of 18, you get.
And so,
$1K every month.
$1K every month, which, I mean, I don't know. $1K would help. $1K would definitely put food in your.
Yeah, food. $1K puts food on the table, but that's not exactly gonna get a house over your head or anything. It's just helping you.
But it'll help. And so, but he talks about how he wants to hold responsible the people. So if you're going to introduce AI, so if Amazon is going to introduce AI to the world, then you're going to be responsible for
paying those people
part of the stipend. Like, so it'll be another tax on the big corporations that's using more of the, the AI technology and kind of putting the lower man out of work. Now, his thing is, this is not quote unquote socialism, and they will get it back, because people at that level don't save. You're not going to give them $1,000 and that $1,000 goes into the wall or the mattress and they're saving it, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to go back into the economy. And that's kind of his justification. We give them $1,000, they're going to spend $1,000. You give them $1,000, they're going to spend $1,000. So it's a very interesting concept. And
it's
like
putting more money back into. I'm
sorry?
Putting more money back into the economy.
Yeah, and giving some people something to live on. So it's going to be interesting. Like you said, he's gained a little steam. You know, mm-hmm. I think Warren still is. I guess she's the front runner, and then Bernie. You know,
Bernie and Joe Biden.
Now there's this. I call it contrived. There's this contrived beef now between them because apparently he said something like a woman can't win.
Yeah,
and she brought that out 2 days before the debate, so it can obviously be a hot topic, and that's why I don't get into the day-to-day because it's just so contrived at this point that I'm just like, I'll just wait to the end, you know, see what happens.
Yeah, so I read about that, and I think that Bernie's saying that you could say something like that without it's supposed to be being sexist. You could say that being like in the state that America's in, like, it would be cool, but I just don't think it could happen because XYZ.
But here's the problem, and like I said, this is why I don't pay attention to that stuff, because you can't put all of that in a headline. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All of that, if you put all of that in a headline...
people are going to go, oh.
Yeah, people go, oh. But if you just put out Bernie says a woman can't win, then people got to... The Twitter fingers come out.
Yeah.
And people got to state their case and take a side, you know? And who was it I was reading about? Man, I'm sorry. I should have known, but they were saying how the Democratic Party, who was supposed to be neutral, put out like a hit ad on somebody. Just, I think it was on Bernie. Like they put out a hit ad. Yeah, it was on Bernie. I'm sorry. It was on Bernie. Like the Democratic Party, who's supposed to be neutral to all Democrats, basically put out a hit ad on Bernie behind this. And that's kind of unheard of other than the fact, you know, they did it for Hillary too. They put out hit ads on Bernie for Hillary. So, you know, that's it's going to be interesting. So yeah, enough of politics.
That's enough.
I'm tired. That made me tired. I need a nap. We'll be right back.
Yeah, all right. Wrap it up.